in Piscataway, and we are ready for what ought to be a tremendous game today. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Miami Hurricanes. Taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Scarlet Knights will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So Miami's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And here he comes just jogging onto the field, but what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy. And David, you know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. And the Canes headed quickly to the line.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Now they're going to throw it. He'll take the deep shot. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Scarlet Knights offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And now on 3rd down after that last run. To throw, it's Burden. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
There goes zone coverage. Maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The Scarlet Knights will hustle to the line. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He lets it fly. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Shakes off the tackler. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Gets it out quickly. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man. Finds a crease at the 20. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain your defensive ends. You got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
On second down, just keeps firing. Pocket starts to collapse. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Canes! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Carolina is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Jadeveon Clowney had a hand in getting this kid to Columbia, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kentucky. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Running it to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line in the hurry up. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. The Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he makes the catch at the 25. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And the extra point makes it 28-0.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They want to run it left here. He's there to make the stop.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Pressure coming.
That's a bad job in pass protection. I almost give the quarterback some credit because I think he knew where he was on the field. He knew he was going to get sacked for a safety. He was doing everything he could to just go down at his own 1-yard line to avoid giving up the 2 points.
Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's 3rd and long. They'll give it to the back. Bulls his way forward. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? And the Scarlet Knights will send out the punt unit. He gets it away from his own end zone. He gets a block. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about it.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Miami! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Bringing it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field, looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
Hey, sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Looking deep down the right side. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Got room on the return. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to
going deep. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal with Champ. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Canes. PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Rutgers, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Here's the handoff. Runs through the tackle. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Scarlet Knights will line up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Makes a move. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Offense set on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Burden. Gonna let it fly. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They'll start this drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. They want to just keep throwing it. Makes the grab on the left. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
He's going to take off. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Sanders. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly. Quarterback checking the play. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Gets it out fast. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And it's caught! Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Touchdown,
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Piscataway. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistent.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Swings it out to the flat. Oh, it's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch.
Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Wants to fire on second down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Working that left side now. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Colorado State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Cam the Ram isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 11 over the Astronauts. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Looking to scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
He's got the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first. And, man, what they can do on second down here. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. Now on the option. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
He'll keep it himself.
Well, he chews up yards. I mean, that was really quick, really decisive. Design quarterback runs are very difficult to stop, and you could tell he's got some ability to make big plays. And thank goodness they got him on the ground, and it wasn't a bigger play than it could have been.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
And the Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. The run to the right. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On the option. Quick toss. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. Now the toss. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a crease to the left. And the Canes are stopped, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big bag. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Dobbs. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Canes moving quickly to the line. Off the play fake. Using his feet to buy time. Wide open downfield. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there.
Touchdown, Canes! And the stomping has commenced. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
63, Rutgers, 0.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. From the gun, the ground game. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
From the gun, the running back has it. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
The give out of the gun. And he knocked him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He looks that one in nicely. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
The Scarlet Knights with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Slings it downfield. Finds a man by himself. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got his man out of the backfield. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Lining up for the PAT. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score Miami 63, Rutgers.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give to the back. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. And the Canes in the hurry up. Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. 4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need.
Going for the big play. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. And the route is on. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Line gets set. 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 1st down from their own 22. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab over the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. They've got the screen set up. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Scarlet Knights look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw it again. Feeling some heat. And they got him for the sack.
The one thing I love about this defense, and they're showing it here in this game, is there's a variety of ways they can get after your quarterback. They can get home with 4, they can get home with 3, or they can blitz guys from all over the field, but they've got athletes with bad intentions, and they've registered.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
3rd down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. And the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down. The Scarlet Knights send out the punt unit.
Number 18 in punt formation to kick it away.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
And the Miami offense.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Smart move to keep it on the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Going downfield for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I'll tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And the punishment has been extended. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
He's taking a deep shot. And he's thrown another interception. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Going up top on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Canes! And the beatdown has ensued. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. I think we can just about blow the candles out on this one. It's all over.
No doubt. It's over. But you know what, Reese? These stats aren't over. They count for postseason awards. So I'm all for piling on the stats, running up the score, offense, get the stats.
Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be brought down. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw.
Fires and picked off. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Cincinnati is down, but not out of it. Not in Nippert Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to TCU. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. They're trying to get to it. Trying to get rid of it. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man in the middle. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Makes the pass. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. And the Scarlet Knights will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going up top. And he's got it inside the 25. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Just complete and utter dominance, and this one outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat, face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.